Coca-Cola has partnered with AI studio Secret Level to create their Holidays Are Coming ad for the second year in a row. If you haven't seen the ad yet, we'll watch it here in a second. For a brief history, for 30 years, Coca-Cola has been putting out these Holidays Are Coming ads, signifying the beginning of the holiday season. There are Coke trucks, an animated Santa, overall a jolly reminder that the holiday season is on the way. Last year, they released their first AI-generated ad for the holidays, which had some weirdly weightless trucks, floating Coke bottles, uncanny smiling faces, and overall a haunting reminder that the death of art is on the way. And they faced a lot of backlash for this ad last year, with people calling it soulless and devoid of any actual creativity. Alex Hirsch, the creator of Gravity Falls, tweeted this: "Fun fact, Coca-Cola is red because it's made from the blood of out-of-work artists." Even people who enjoyed the early days 2 years ago of like messing around with Dali were put off by the ad as well. Author Michael Grothaus said, "As a novel technology, it was pretty mind-blowing. Type cat fighting in World War II into a text-to-video generator, and in no time you can get a clip of an American short-hair wielding an M1 Thompson machine gun against Nazis." Sorry, that wasn't the important part of the quote, I just really wanted to say it out loud. In recent months, nothing has made me close a social media app more quickly than when the algorithm starts serving me these generic generative AI images and videos. This AI-generated Coca-Cola ad, I did not marvel at it. Not once watching this ad did I think, wow, how did they replicate the look of small-town America so perfectly? Or, I wonder how many crew it took to make that Christmas tree look so beautiful? Or even, geez, that actor really captured the joy of the season in his facial expression. Quite the contrary, the avatar of the man in the ad looked like someone placed a Coke in his hand, put a gun to his head, and told him to smile. This ad had no power to make me wonder because there was no humanity in it. So naturally, Coca-Cola looked at all this feedback and thought, damn, they must want us to do that again. So this year they came out with their second AI-generated Holidays Are Coming commercial, and they learned all the wrong lessons. People hated the uncanny human faces, let's do uncanny animal faces. The first ad felt soulless, while this new ad plagiarizes Peter Rabbit, Kung Fu Panda, The Lion King, all of which had plenty of soul. Seems only fair that we take some for ourselves and put it through the Krabby Patty goo machine and see what comes out the other side.
Where's the love?
People say there was no creativity. Let's make a fake behind-the-scenes video to make it look like there was creativity involved. Don't worry, we'll get to that in a second. As you can imagine, people loved this new ad. On opposite day, gotcha, The Verge called this ad a sloppy eyesore, citing no consistent style, saying it looks like flat images that have been sloppily animated rather than rigged 3D models in CG. Futurism points out the human-to-animal replacement, saying, seemingly Coke didn't trust the tech to render people anymore since human faces are almost nowhere to be seen. Instead, the ad's populated by a collection of no less uncanny animals ranging from polar bears to, and we have no idea why, sloths, an animal almost nobody associates with the winter holidays. And there are a million tweets about the inconsistencies, the plagiarism, yada yada yada, but none of that matters for AI companies so much. No, what does matter for big tech companies is that they get hit where it hurts. Their wallet? No. Public opinion? You wish. No, where they were clowning this ad was on LinkedIn. There was a post on LinkedIn, of all places, pointing out that the Coca-Cola truck in every shot of this ad is a little bit different. Different sizes and shapes of the trailer, different amounts of wheels in different places on the truck. So after all the immense backlash for the second year in a row, Coca-Cola and Secret Level decided to come out with this making of video to put everyone's minds at ease and say, hey, this took time and effort. AI is art too, and you hurt our feelings.
Every year since 1995, the iconic campaign has signaled the official start of the holiday season. Last year, our reimagining of the campaign became one of the most talked about ads of the year, seen by billions around the world.
Just to start us off, before we get really into it, let's take a look at some of these bits of conversation. So I'm going to immediately ignore like the Twitter blue checks in this sequence that are AI creators or AI companies. I do like these posts that we can't possibly know if they're about the ad or not. Like, this was amazing. That's cool. Nice work. A milestone for sure. And this just clapping hands emoji. All of which, by the way, appear at least twice each in this sequence. Here's a pro tip. If you want to make it look like you have a lot of positive buzz around your thing, maybe don't just put like 5 to 10 generic reactions and repeat them all over the screen, sometimes at the same time. There was one reaction that stuck out to me above all the others, which was this: I was wrong, people love Coca-Cola's AI remake of a Christmas classic headline, which feels very pointed to put in this montage of discussion here. So I did some Googling, and I found the article. It was written by Andrew Tyndall for The Drum. He says, "I must walk a fine line when sharing my opinions in columns. After all, I work closely with a large number of brands, and shitposting them will make my Monday morning meetings awkward." He said that everything he knew about AI and advertising trends was flipped on its head when he first heard that Coke wanted to remake their ad with AI. And then he realized he was wrong. When System 1, which is the gold standard for predicting advertising success, gave the 2024 AI Holidays Are Coming ad a 5.9 out of 6 stars for predicting an ad's ability to create future demand, and 98% of viewers, very high number, knew the ad was for Coke within 15 seconds. This was huge. And that's not coming from just anyone. That's coming from Andrew Tyndall. And you may be wondering, is Andrew Tyndall some kind of like well-known AI detractor or something? Oh, God, no. No, he's the senior vice president of global partnerships over at System 1, the program that we're talking about that uses AI to rate ads, and that rated this AI ad so high for Coca-Cola, one of the brands that he works directly with, to make sure that their ads are effective. Yeah, that Andrew Tyndall. So all of a sudden, this "I was wrong" headline in this sequence doesn't really carry as much weight to me. But also, can we talk about the 2% of people that did not realize this was a Coca-Cola ad by the end of the ad? Surely it's not impressive that 98% of people recognized this as a Coca-Cola ad, when it's not only plastered everywhere during the commercial, but also utilizing a format for Coca-Cola ads that Coca-Cola has been using for 30 years. Let me make a 6 out of 6 star ad for you right now. Wow, I sure do love this winter fresh gum. Wow, I sure do love this winter fresh gum. Wow, I love gum and chewing gum. I love my winter fresh gum. Great news, Winter Fresh. They knew it was gum. That was some old gum. But System 1 becoming the gold standard for advertising effectiveness, and then its executive writing an article about how, despite manufactured adversity manufactured in his own brain, Coca-Cola managed to make an ad for Coca-Cola that almost everybody knew was for Coca-Cola, is a video for John Oliver to make, not me. So let's continue.
Let's have a look at Coke.
Coca-Cola.
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 Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola commercial.
So this video goes on to cheerfully include clips of people talking about the ad all around the world, most of which are actually just like news clips talking about the controversy, not about like the success of the ad, which is pretty funny. But my favorite clip in this montage has to be of Michael Ian Black. This quick clip of him saying the Coca-Cola commercial.
The Coca-Cola commercial.
If it seems weirdly clipped to you, it's because it is. I found the original clip and I need you to see the context.
Speaking of AI, what AI creation is upsetting some people this holiday season?
I know this one. The Coca-Cola commercial. They made it entirely out of AI, and it's terrible.
Now, did I expect Coca-Cola to take a leaf out of the book that is cinematic masterpiece Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed? Not particularly.
You're doing that thing again where you take everything I say out of context. You're trying to make it look like I think Coolsville sucks. No! Don't record that!
All Fred Jones had to say was,
I think Coolsville sucks.
But I'm not necessarily surprised either.
This year, it was about more than flexing technology. It was about artistry.
I am a video editor, I am an illustrator, I'm a motion designer, but truthfully, I don't know enough about 3D programs to know like what parts of this is BS. Like, is it possible that they composited 3D snow over this AI video? Sure, I guess. I don't know why it looks like this, but it's not my wheelhouse. But I have dabbled in drafting and design, and this is nothing. Bubbles? Label size written twice? Don't forget palm. The cap is 20 meters long, by the way, and is 1,313 meters tall. These aimless scribbles on the side, for some reason we're measuring the bottom of the bottle to the bottom of the paper. This is AI slop through and through, and doesn't really sell the artistry angle that they're going for to anybody that was skeptical of the artistry in the first place.
Our team of artists worked frame by frame, often pixel by pixel, to shape these characters, their gestures, their wardrobes, their personalities. Every detail was crafted to breathe life into these animated characters.
Again, the fake storyboards here are ridiculous. These are, again, AI-generated images. The footprints in front of where they're about to step, the slit in this one eye of the panda in the back, the clearly generated buttons on the jacket. If you have to work this hard to fake your process, Why bother showing us the process? This fake attempt at transparency only serves to harm the trust that consumers have in your product, but also shows us that maybe there is something about your process that you're trying to hide. Like showing all the images you generated of this panda when all of them look completely different, and one of them is literally Po from Kung Fu Panda, doesn't tell us anything about your actual process.
Always at its center is the Coca-Cola caravan, but around it, a cast of unexpected characters from every corner of the globe.
All right, if you've seen anything about this video online already, this is the part you've probably seen, and for good reason. It's very funny. First up, they're showing you this shot of somebody adjusting a PNG of a Coca-Cola logo onto this still image of a truck in Photoshop, which is just not how motion tracking works, not how animation works, not how anyone who's ever animated anything does this. And that's not to say you can't animate in Photoshop. I know you can, but that's just not what's happening here. You can see in the screen recording, they imported a PNG screenshot of the AI video clip, imported a Coca-Cola logo PNG, and then made this fake screen recording clip of them aimlessly adjusting the logo on the truck to make it look like they did any art process here at all. They did not. And then my personal favorite, the nothing brush. This person zooms in, runs their brush over this pixelated screenshot of an AI-generated character, and does nothing. The image doesn't change, nothing's cleaned up, they're just pretending to edit the image. What part of the process is this even supposed to showcase? It makes no sense, none of these even match the final product. They're not showcasing some impressive before and after here. I just don't understand. There's no point. Clips like this one show them doing a fake before and after shot where they're deleting the background of one frame and then show the finished AI animation. But small fucking issue here, it's not the same shot at all. There's no railing, they're not looking the same way, and in the fake process video, part of the background getting deleted is this character's entire arm. Who's believing this is real? What are we doing? These are fake sketches. This person is coloring in the eye on this clearly AI-generated sketch. I think it would be a safe bet to assume that this eye was colored in when they generated the image, and then they erased part of it and just filled it in again for this video.
Crafted with technology, animation, and imagination.
Crafted with technology, animation, and imagination. And so can you. Human-made art is peak, and this video has convinced me otherwise exactly 0.0%. System 1 may rate its own partner's brand performance a 5.9 out of 6 stars, but I rate it a 0.1 out of 6 stars. That 0.1 is to represent the 2% of people that did not recognize this was a Coca-Cola ad, or maybe just said so out of spite, or maybe it's a margin of error, because that's the only part of this story that made me smile. There's so much going on in the world of AI right now, from OpenAI lawsuits to Sam Altman getting subpoenaed on stage, Nvidia's market value crashing, people trusting brands like Sora and ChatGPT less and less and less. Eddie Burback has a great video about the mental impact that things like ChatGPT have on things like AI-induced psychosis. This ad comes at a time when trust for AI and affinity for AI-generated content is at an all-time low. We are seeing more and more evidence that the AI bubble is on its way to bursting. This ad and this fake making of video of the ad does nothing to help trust in AI, and I think it only hurts the relationship that the average consumer has with a product like this, especially when it comes from a giant billionaire corporate conglomerate like Coca-Cola. I don't know, what do you think? Does this AI ad spark joy or dread? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you have not done so already. Be sure to hit that bell so you're notified every single time I upload a new video, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.